You want to know how to reach the end game, get 600 gear score, and make billions? Look no further, this is a series for you. Hey guys, my name is Pansy and welcome to my latest beginner series. This is a series designed to take you from level 1 all the way to 600 plus gear score and the end game. Along the way, I'll teach you gear progression, life skills, and money making in general. This episode is going to be episode number 1 and we'll be laying down the foundations and learning valuable basics. Before we begin, please do like, comment, and subscribe. If you find this video helpful, hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I go live or when I drop a new video. Check me out at twitch.tv/I'mPansy. I stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And finally, most importantly, check out my Discord channel. It's a community Discord with a lot of people who are willing to help. If you have any questions, that's where you gotta be. If you're a new player and you're just starting out in BDO, the most important thing you'd want to do is decide whether you want to go to a seasonal server or a normal server. Personally, I recommend you play on the seasonal server because progression on the seasonal server is much quicker. The reason being, seasonal characters can access the seasonal servers as well as the normal servers, whereas normal characters can only access the normal servers. Now, while you're playing on a seasonal server, you'll have an additional 100% combat XP as well as 20% skill XP. But the most important thing to note in a seasonal character is the seasonal gear. This is called a Tuvala gear. Tuvala gear is special gear which can be acquired and equipped by seasonal characters. These can be enhanced all the way to Pen. A Pen Tuvala weapon or armor is equivalent to a Tet boss weapon or armor. Now, the accessories also have an equivalency. A Pen Tuvala accessory is equivalent to a tri-gold accessory. For example, a Pen Tuvala ring is equivalent to a tri-crescent ring. A Pen Tuvala earring is equivalent to a tri-Tungrat earring. And lastly, on seasonal servers, after a certain level, monsters will start dropping Tuvala ore, timeful blackstones, and refined magical blackstones. These are used to acquire and enhance Tuvala gear. We'll talk more about the process of acquiring and enhancing Tuvala gear in the next episode. For this episode, you don't need to worry about it too much because you're going to be doing the main story questline. Whether you choose to be a normal character or a seasonal character, the next few steps are going to apply for both. Now, to start off with the actual guide part, Step 1 is going to be doing your main story questline. Whether you're a seasonal character or a normal character, it is important for you to do your main story questline to at least Valencia. Doing your main story questline is a great way to start off because you get a lot of useful rewards from it, including quest gear, contribution points, and energy. In order to navigate to your main story questline, press O, go to the main tab, and you'll see all the quests listed here. Make sure that you have everything selected here in case you're not able to pick up a certain quest. Anyway, click on one of the quests you want to start off. Start from the top, work your way down, and if you click here and hit the quest acceptance condition, it'll summon the Black Spirit for you and you can pick it up from the Black Spirit. If it's not from the Black Spirit, it'll direct you to the NPC who's going to give it to you. Like that. One thing to note is that the main story questline does not give you combat XP. However, it will take you to various locations throughout BDO. Just kill the mobs along the way and grind some XP as you do your main story questline. There are two other things you have to keep in mind while doing the main story questline. One is contribution points and the other is energy. Contribution points have various uses. To name a few, you can acquire nodes and have workers gather resources for you. You can acquire buildings and have a residence, workshops, lodgings, etc. You could even use contribution points to rent out life skill and combat gear. For now, I want you guys to aim for 150 contribution points. You'll be using 100 of those for a farm, and you'll use 50 of those to rent out a piece of gear. Energy is a very important part of BDO. So while doing the main story questline, you want to speak to every NPC which has a yellow exclamation mark over their heads and a great question mark in the minimap. Doing so will gain you their knowledge and in turn will earn you energy down the line. Press H to open up your knowledge menu. If you go to character section, you can traverse through the different regions and see how much energy they provide and which NPCs you need to speak to in order to do so. In addition to character knowledge, you can increase your energy by doing topography, sea exploration, and ecology. Topography is basically exploring different nodes and unlocking them on your map. Sea exploration is exploring different islands. You don't have to worry about this immediately. And ecology is earning the knowledge for various mobs in each region. This isn't very important off the bat, it's much easier to farm later down the line, so I wouldn't worry too much about this either. Right now you'd want to focus on character while doing the main story questline, as well as topography. Those two are very easy to do. Now while I did say 100 and 150 contribution points are generally your goal, you want to have a little bit more. As soon as you have around 10 to 15 contribution points, I'd recommend you start investing it in nodes. I'd immediately pick up the Finto farm, the Bartali farm, and the Logia farm. Now in your Avelia city, you want to have the lodgings for more workers, so you want to get enough lodgings and also roll for workers at Santo Manzi. And as soon as you can do that, unlock these nodes and put workers on them so they can start gathering chicken, potatoes, and eggs for you. And these will definitely help you down the line for cooking. Now if you're unsure on how to roll for workers or invest in nodes, check out my Worker Empire guide. I go through all the details there. The link will be in the top right of the screen or in the description down below. And of course, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section down below as well, or ask me on Discord or during my stream. So for this guide, the main goals that I've identified for you guys is going to be doing the main story quest line, getting 100 to 150 contribution points, as well as increasing your energy. Once you're around 200 to 300 energy, you'll start being able to gather and make some decent money, but that takes a little bit of time. At the same time, it's pretty easy to do. It's just a matter of talking to enough NPCs and exploring the areas, killing mobs. It's not a difficult task, just takes a little bit of time. As soon as you're done with the main story questline and you hit the Valencia region, I recommend you start leveling and hit level 61. This seems like a tall order, but it's really not. I have some very easy to follow guides to help you out. They're split into 3 sections, part 1, 2, and 3. They're going to follow 1 to 56, 56 to 59, and 59 to 61. Now as a seasonal character, you get free Pentavala accessories by getting to level 60, and at 61 you get a Kaposha ring which can be used by normal characters. A Kaposha ring is the equivalent of a tri-crescent, so it's really nice. Getting to level 61 is not a difficult task at all now. All you have to do is some quests, and it just takes a little bit of time. Follow my guides and you should be there in no time. You can grind to 61, that's a personal choice, and it's completely up to you. That's much easier to do once you have a lot of XP buffs to stack up, as well as some gear. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Those are the basics I wanted to cover and the goals you should have when starting off in Black Desert. I think that's a good way to start off this series. Starting from the next episode, we're going to go into a lot more depth in the how-tos and everything, so stay tuned. We're going to break everything down step by step and easy to digest. This game has a lot of depth to it, and it can be very complicated and overwhelming in the beginning, but don't worry, we're going to take it step by step. Now, after watching this video, if you want to get ahead of the curve, you can check out 2 of my other videos which will definitely help you out, and we'll go over those in detail in the next episode. Down in the description below, you'll find my farming and imperial cooking guide, as well as my worker empire guide, as I mentioned previously in this video. Now, if you don't want to do the homework, that's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. We'll break it down step by step in the next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and please do like, comment, and subscribe if this helped. Hit the bell icon, and check me out at twitch.tv/I'mPansy, and also join us in our Discord channel if you have any questions. That's the place to be.